Hey, 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 beloved ones. Hamutime here. It's been a while since I went live, and I'm glad to be here. So, divorce is messy. Do we agree? This is one thought that has been on my mind. And for those of you who are new here, Hamutime is my name. I'm a human MRI psychic surgeon using African Asian quantum medicine to delete ancestral vows, emotional blocks, and sexual shame that keeps entrepreneurs and professionals stuck. I rewire their nervous system so that they can open up to receive pleasure. It's time to dish those hustle, hardworking, and abandoning yourself and ignite passion in that relationship and make money so that, yeah, money stays grow and turn them on using my 6S framework. So back to the topic of today, which is something that lights me up. As somebody who went through divorce and went through the messy divorce, I went through a situation as well where I had to ask myself questions. What are people gonna say? It's like one of the first thing to go to. And I have worked with many people as well who are so attached and afraid of what people will say. I know a lot of people who, yeah, or something that they say like in their words is like, this is the only thing that I've known. I got married when I was really young, and it scares the shit out of them to find something else. Basically, when you say this is the only thing that I've known, that means you do not know who you are, you know? So my question is divorce really messy? Or it's just that people have not worked on their wounds? Some people do not know who they are. It's not, they stay because they don't know who they are. They're afraid of finding out who they are. They're actually afraid of their freedom, right? So if people stay in a marriage or in a relationship just because this is the only thing that I've known, or I'm afraid of the messy divorce, because you may have listened to me and heard me talking about all the shit that I went through, which is funny enough. I can't just say it's about divorce because I went through the same shit when I was just separating from my ex-boyfriend, right? Because my commitment to myself, here's the thing, sometimes we make a commitment to ourselves, this is what I'm gonna do. And then when you are faced with life, now the question is, are you still gonna uphold those promises that you made to yourself? Or now you land and you're gonna choose a new way of being, So one of the promises that I made to myself was, I'm just gonna marry once. This is why even when I had two children with my ex-boyfriend, when he tried to mention like, oh, we can get married just because we have children. Hello, no, thank you. You know what I mean? And the thing is, we also know, I mean, we fucking know. Whether you can hide and lie to yourself, we fucking know when you know that this relationship is not for me. And that was the case with me. And somehow, even when I married, I still knew that wasn't it. But there were different circumstances and all that. So I was just like, okay, maybe somebody will change. You know, there's this savior mask. I'm gonna help this person change. So I wore that. I knew that there were some qualities that I did not like, you know, qualities that come from my own wounds. This is like one of the things that I talk about when I say, is it because the divorce is messy, or it's just that it's two people who have not dealt with their inner wounds? Because if you have not worked on your wounds and you think that marriage is going to come and save you, hell no. I'm just looking for somebody who's going to love me. Fuck that. Do you love yourself? Do you love your wounds? Do you love your shadows? Then why do you expect somebody to love that if you don't love that yourself? Why do you expect somebody to commit to you at the level that you are not willing to commit to yourself? Do you understand? So if you go into marriage, while you are not honest with yourself, while you have not dealt with your wounds, hello, those wounds are going to show up. That person is going to trigger the shit out of you because those are the things that you have not worked on. That person is going to be your mirror. You're going to be looking at what you hate about yourself, what you have not integrated on you, right? And you can make it about the person who is in front of you, Or you can look at yourself in the mirror and fucking say, you know what? I hate what I see. But I gotta sit with myself. I gotta work on my shit. I was blown away, and I think I've shared this before. When, yeah, like I said, there are some characteristics that I didn't like about, yeah, my ex, whatever. hmm But one of the things was, even when I said I'm gonna help this person, I'm gonna rescue this person, that was my inner child that didn't like the alcoholic version, but I fucking attracted that. Why? Because it was the wound in me that wanted to heal. And I couldn't run away from that. And when I saw that person, I saw my father and I was like, now it's time. Maybe this person will love me because the inner child was still longing for that. Right? So whatever stories that you tell yourself is not about that person. It's about you. Who did you marry? Like, that's one of the things that I say, that maybe you think that, oh, in my family, they're all drinking, they're all drug addicts, they're all whatever shit that is happening, porn addicts, whatever shit that is happening. You know what I mean? And you think that I'm not going to do that. You hate it and you say you're not going to do that. But guess what? It's going to show up in that crack as a partner that you fucking love and hate, because it's what you hate in you. We attract who we are, and who you are, it's your family, it's your ancestors. All those parents are going to be looking at you. So if you think that marriage is going to solve that, it ain't going to solve that. And divorce is going to be messy because of the unhealed part of us. And what is the worst thing? The worst thing is to be miserable because you are afraid of facing that storm. And while you are still facing, because you are facing that storm while you are still married, right? It's not about marriage or divorce being good or bad. Because some people will say marriage is a prison. No, marriage is not a prison. As long as you know who the fuck you are and showing up, as your authentic self, right? Knowing that you deserve to be loved in your most beautiful and ugliest moment. And that is not only wanting somebody to love you at that level, but flipping loving you. Because the more you integrate all these shadows, all these aspects, they won't show up when you least expect them, right? They feel safe. When you integrate them, you get to hear what this inner child knows, what that inner child could not even express. Because I was miserable. Not really miserable, but it was just a pain of, I just wonder why this guy cannot see what I see in them. Right? I was seeing the possibility, the potential of who they could be if they can heal. Right? Because I could read their timelines, and it's part of the work that I fucking do as a human MRI psychic surgeon. I can see what is possible. But the question is, are you willing to unleash that? Right? I projected my wounds and I projected my potential. Sometimes you are the one who is being called to show up and fucking love all of you, but you are projecting that to somebody else. So who you are inside is what you're gonna make out of that marriage, or out of that divorce. If you are not healed, if you are not happy in your marriage, if you are miserable, of course, when somebody does not get their way, they're gonna show who the fuck they are. So the question is, do you choose to be with somebody who is hiding who they are just because you are tolerating that shit? Or you'll rather give somebody an opportunity to show you who they are? This is a question where we ask, where was that love when you were together, if at all? Now, when you're divorcing, somebody becomes a monster. That means they have been a monster all along. So I would rather know who you are rather than holding to an illusion of marriage, yet that poison is killing you inside. Divorce doesn't break you. It reveals where you already feel broken, right? It gives you a chance to reclaim yourself. Who do you choose to be? Oh my God, this question. The time when I was trying to make sense. At times we bring in the logic. Oh, maybe, I should just keep quiet and not say things when I'm upset or when I'm triggered. I should just, tolerate this, tolerate that. And when you do that, you flip and die. You are killing an aspect of yourself. You are divorced from yourself while you're trying to hold into something. That doesn't expand you. something that doesn't give you joy, where you cannot fully share who you are. Because it's not even about who somebody is being. It's, am I comfortable being with myself, sharing my truth, helping this person to also be the version of themselves as they liberate me, right? Who do you choose to be? So whatever decision that you make, I'm not saying go ahead and divorce. I'm saying work on your fucking shit. Who do you choose to be? Because that's the personal, that's the aspect of yourself that is gonna choose. Am I gonna stay in this misery and prolong the pain because one or the other? Here's the thing. Like I said, one of the ancestral wounds or addiction was alcohol. So being in that and what I felt and the pain and the fears, at the end of the day, I just knew that I would rather walk out and grieve the loss of whatever this is, because one or the other, I'm still going to grieve the loss of this, whether it happens through divorce or death, and sometimes that's what we do. And it's also giving somebody a chance. Go find yourself. And maybe you'll find somebody who you are willing to change for, if at all you are not willing to do it for you. Right? So I just came here to disrupt the whole excuses that we often give ourselves, and we cannot expect the marriage to thrive if we don't even know who we are. Who are you? This is the key. Even when it comes to business, even when it comes to relationship, you are the creator. You attract who you are. Even money loves you at the level that you fucking love yourself. Right? So we're going to show up for ourselves and know that we are worthy. Because at times, even scarcity mindset that we're talking about, it's not just scarcity in terms of just money. It's even scarcity. Oh my God, there isn't enough men out there. Nobody would love me, and all that. Out of all these 8 billion people in the world, and you thinking that only that person, I mean, I'm just having this reminder of somebody that I was in a relationship with. I mean, in my, I don't know, probably 1920, I was still young. And this guy used to say, you will never meet somebody who will love me at the level that I love you. Hello. That was like a brainwashing, and it was easy for me to buy into that bullshit. But if you love yourself enough, you don't fucking care. You know that you will love yourself, even if you don't you meet somebody who will never love you, whatever. I am here for myself. I'm making decision for myself. I'm choosing what is expansive for me. Because when you are in a relationship and at times it's not even about the relationship being toxic. At times it can be dead, stagnant, no life, just, yeah, taking the list of whatever shit. There's no intimacy, there's no passion, there is nothing. But you just there because you are comfortable with mediocre. You've seen it around you. So you just go ahead with that nonsense, right? But you die inside because we need that fire. What is the purpose of the elementals of fire? Is that passion becoming alive. And this is what I talk about when I talk about the sexual energy, is the energy that makes you say yes to life. And if at all you are somebody who is disconnected from this energy, you are dead. There is nothing. There's nothing that you feel even when you see this person. And some people, they don't even fucking kiss. Yet they're just wearing like, oh, married, a ring and all that. Nah, find yourself. And if you're ready to dive deep and find out what is it that is interfering with your joy, with your pleasure, with your success, baby, book a call. Send me a DM. I'll send you a link. You book a call and we can see what is it that is interfering with your success, business, intimacy, because who you are in the bedroom is who you are in the boardroom or in your business, whatever room that you use, whatever office that you are in. The question is, who are you? And if that energy is dead, like that sexual energy, that life force energy, that excitement when you get home and you're like, baby, I can't wait to share with you what happened. When you make love, you know that you are building together. There is the energy that you are transmitting. You want somebody to expand. Because at times you are in a relationship together, but there is competition. Right? You are not wishing the other well. Sometimes it's not even about competition because you are both high achievers. Sometimes it's the insecurity. Somebody is being successful, but oh shit, this is a big one, a topic for another day, but I'm just going to wrap this up. Sometimes you can be with somebody who is doing something that they love, and you don't even know what the fuck you love. You are doing something that you hate. You are miserable every day. You are coming home to share whatever shit that you're sharing. And it's like, okay, baby, don't worry and all that. But you know that there is something that is missing here. And then somebody's excelling. A part of you now gets afraid. If they get even more successful, are they still gonna love me? Right? And somebody's growing, you are not growing. That gap, it's also something that is gonna put an end to whatever that you have. This is why it's beautiful that you be with somebody who is passionate, who grows with you. And sometimes people will tell me, oh, I didn't see, I thought everything was just fine. Yes, because you fucking sleeping on yourself. You fucking sleeping on your gifts. You don't dream. You don't know what you want. You just there, somebody's building themselves. And you are just there with, oh, this is who I met. And at times you worried, oh, they have changed. Yes, they have to change. And you have the right to change as well. It's your birthright. That's what your soul desires, for you to grow, to evolve, and give birth to your desires. I love you, and I'll leave you with that. And book a call. Just book the flipping call. And let me show you what is possible when you embrace who you are. Okay? Much love.